lovely people. This is Debs, and this is your reading for mid-March 2025. Gemini, I've just come out of a series of 3 very quick visions. The first vision was of somebody plugging in a charger to recharge. Michael showed me a long USB lead and somebody plugging in a travel charger, and they could see at the front of the travel charger that the bars were lighting up. It was charging. I then saw somebody standing outside a coffee shop. They literally zoomed in, bought a coffee. They were almost heading to the door. They quickly downed this tiny shot of espresso, and then they just headed out the door. I then saw somebody at a petrol station filling a car with gas. So what I think we've got here, Gem, is you're going to feel recharged, renewed, and it's something to do with a piece of news. You may even, Gemini, have felt a little bit depressed, very, very physically tired, lethargic, not really feeling as if you wanted to do much. I'm even getting hot and cold spells, this sort of thing. After this news, Gemini, it's all going to go. And what you're going to realize is it was actually all psychological. Because whatever you've been waiting for, Gemini, you may have felt was never going to happen, or you may have felt was somehow fictitious, or you may have just been waiting and waiting and waiting, Gem, feeling as if, God, how much longer? And with the weight feeling heavier and heavier and heavier, not sleeping, right? Gem, you're going to feel recharged. There's a beautiful energy coming in. Yeah. So guys, here we go. This is the Tarot de la Nuit, the Tarot of Night. If you guys want a private reading, my website's down below. If you want to join as a member, the link is there too. And all the decks are listed as per usual. I'm seeing somebody springing up from a sofa and thinking, right, okay, let's get moving. It's as if you've got a new lease of life, Gemini. I don't know what this is. You may have felt, again, something was never going to happen. You may have felt something was almost pie in the sky. Yeah, I'm dreaming it. It's a fantasy. It's never going to come true. Gem, yeah, it is. It is. I don't know, Gem, you may even have felt that something might have been fake. But what you're realizing now is it's not fake, it's totally real, and you need to get moving because you got the green light. Yeah. But boy, at the beginning of this meditation for you, Gem, I just felt the weight of the world on my shoulders. It was as if, wow, I've just got no energy. And I almost began to feel a bit tearful, Gemini. It's as if you were expecting the worst, but Gemini, then it all lifted. I actually heard a phone ring, so it could literally be a phone call. If not, email, text message, I don't know, document coming through in the mail. Yeah. All right, guys. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Gemini, you have literally felt on your knees, very stressed, feeling as if you were somehow out in the cold, not sure what to do. You may have been trying to communicate with somebody, no communication. You may have been trying to push something through, no luck. You may have been waiting for a message, nothing, Gemini. You may have been sat in the energy of, what am I going to do if this really doesn't happen? I mean, what am I going to do? For some of you, Gem, you may not have had a plan B. And so everything was hanging on this. And you were beginning to feel just completely disillusioned with the whole thing. Crossing that, Gem, yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Did I make a massive mistake? Have I done something stupid financially? I'm hearing, was it a figment of my imagination? Gemini, you may have been sat feeling really, really worried about this. And possibly, guys, for months. And this could be anything. You could have even bought something really expensive online. And this is you thinking, oh my God, it was a scam. I'm never going to receive it, right? And then there's a knock on the door and FedEx is there and they're saying, oh, we've got this really big package for you. And you're just dumbstruck. Oh my God, it was real. It's here. It's mine, right? And you're feverishly signing the document to accept it. Yeah. It could be anything, people. In the past, Gemini High Priestess, you were trying to use your intuition. I don't feel, Gemini, you were comfortable in putting pressure on someone or chasing this too much. Either because, Gem, you really didn't think it was real, convincing yourself that you'd lost the money, convincing yourself that it was all in your head. I've done something really stupid here. I took a risk and oh my gosh, you know, okay, I'm going to try not to think about it because if I have lost the money or this isn't going to come through for me, I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to dwell on it. Yeah, Gem, super stressed. After that time, Temperance. You sat and you waited. You may have been very on edge, glancing at the door every 2 minutes. Oh, okay, was that a knock at the door? All right, no, okay, it wasn't. Okay, all right. Yeah, Gemini, there's a sense that you were in fight or flight mode. Thinking to yourself, if this isn't real, okay, I've got to do something about this. I've got to fight to get my money back, or I've got to take someone to court. If this was real, what you were thinking about was, I'm going to have to get my ducks in a row pretty damn quickly because this is something that I'm going to want to work with. This is something that now enables me to progress in some way. Very on edge in the past, in your head, trying to use your intuition. I'm going to have to wait, right? There might have been a situation that involved a Pisces, a Cancerian, or a Sag for some of you. We've got air energy here, but I think, Gem, this just represents you. In your thoughts, guys, yeah, 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Did I do something really stupid? Have I lost a lot of money? Have I been taken advantage of? I don't know. Holding yourself up almost, Gemini, in fear that you may have been duped. For some. Fearing that you're going to have to cope with a loss of money and it might have just been a lesson you had to learn. Absolutely convinced, Gem, that this wasn't real somehow. This just wasn't real. Almost too good to be true. In the immediate future, the 7 of Wands. All right, Gemini, this is you thinking to yourself, all right, okay, I've got to pick up the phone. I've got to say something. I've got to email someone. I've got to seek legal advice. You're in defense mode. It's as if, all right, okay, this is not happening. I think I was duped. I don't quite know what I'm going to do. You're ready to fight, okay? In your fears, Gemini, the 2 of Swords. Fearing that if you communicate with someone, maybe the seller or maybe the person that promised you this, something like that, there will be no response. As in, we've got your money, or yeah, Gemini, we took you for a ride. This isn't going to happen for you. This is you fearful of finding out the truth and that it will be really bad news. In the environment, 8 of Pentacles. What you're surprised, I'm hearing shocked to realize, Gemini, is this is a long-awaited message where somebody is simply contacting you to say, okay, Gem, are you ready to work on this? Okay, Gem, we've had this delivered at our depot. We're going to be delivering it later on. Just to let you know, Gemini, yeah, the papers have been signed. It's all sorted out. Are you prepared? Right? And Gem, you're still sat there thinking this isn't real. 7 of Wands. Almost ready to say to this person, haha, I've caught you out. I think you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes, or I'm going to seek legal advice about this. You're still on edge, Gem. You're still on edge. Even though this person or company is saying to you, okay, Gemini, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We're going to deliver it next week, or we just need you to sign these final documents. You've got it into your head, Gemini, that somehow this wasn't real again. In your fears, Three of Swords, fearing that you will sit there feeling heartbroken, maybe feeling stupid, maybe feeling as if you should have seen the signs, done a little bit more research, double-checked everything more thoroughly, maybe got somebody else's advice and guidance before you went for this, before you started this. Again, Gemini, absolutely convinced that you've made a fool of yourself somehow. The outcome, Gemini, is a Page of Pentacles. Whoever this person is, or company is, they're basically saying to you, there you go, Gemini. There you go. It's here. Isn't it beautiful? Aren't you happy? Isn't it wonderful? Yes. Sorry we had to take a little bit of time, Gem, but are you happy with this? And this is you standing at the front door with a FedEx guy there with a form for you to sign, and you just can't believe it. Oh my God, it was real. Oh wow, it was real. And suddenly, Gemini, you're no longer feeling exhausted and depressed and stressed and, feeling as if you're coming down with an illness. No, Gemini, you got a massive smile on your face. Your headaches miraculously disappeared. You're no longer in this tense vital flight. And it's as if your whole body is relaxing. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, great. Let's do this. That's the energy. This small piece of news, once it's been confirmed, is going to recharge you, Gem, so that you can now move forward onto the next phase, whatever that is for you. Giving this gift to someone, maybe contacting an insurance company to make sure it's insured if it's valuable. If this is documents, paperwork, you can then move forward and maybe shift into the next phase of your life. This could literally be documentation that you'd paid for. Whatever this is, Gemini, you're going to feel renewed. It's wonderful. Okay, guys. Oh, I can breathe a sigh of relief now. Clarification for you. Yeah, Gemini, Four of Swords. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. Maybe I was too naive. Maybe they did take me for a fool. Maybe I was really stupid to do this. Looking at your clock, looking at your watch every 2 minutes. Oh my God, they still haven't contacted me. I'm sure this is a scam. I'm sure this wasn't real, The Wheel of Fortune. You needed this, Gemini, to move forward somehow onto a new cycle. Guys, for some of you, this could be you purchasing a very expensive engagement ring online. And this is you thinking, what am I going to do if it's not real? What am I going to do if it's fake? What am I going to do if it just doesn't show and I've been duped out of a lot of money? What am I going to do? Because for some reason, Gemini, this was a little bit risky. It was. But you went for it because either it was a fraction of the price or it was the only way you could do it online. This isn't an office that you could have walked into a couple of hours away from you. This might even have been something you needed that was in another state, another city, another country even. So you had no choice but to take a risk. But this is wonderful news, Gemini. That wheel is turning in your favor, allowing you now finally to progress because of this thing that you have been waiting for that's arriving. Now let's go back here, Gemini. This is you on edge, fight or flight, nervous system in chaos, okay? Eight of Pentacles, this is the company or the person or the carrier saying to you, okay, yeah, Gem, you know, it's going to be sent to you in a few days, or I hope you're going to be home to sign for this, or yes, it's okay, we're all go, and you're still not believing it. Chariot, you ready to go, Gems? Yep, are you ready to go? Judgment. Okay. Cancerian energy, Sag energy. This is basically someone saying to you, all right, Gem, everything's sorted out. Papers have been documented, signed, stamped, looked over by another department, or we've received your money. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it took a little bit longer than we thought because it had to be made from scratch or something like that. Gem, you're still not believing it. But they have made the decision to reach out to you to say, okay, we're all go. Maybe they had to wait for someone to give them the all clear, or to say to them, okay, it's sorted out, so maybe they had to wait. This could be a company dealing with another manufacturer, for instance. But Gems, this is gorgeous, guys. This is gorgeous, guys. Underneath the deck, we've got the Hangman. You're seeing things totally differently. Totally differently, Gem. Three of Wands, your ships are coming in. Gemini, wow, your ships are coming in. After waiting interminably for whatever this was, whatever this is. Standing at crossroads thinking, have I made a massive mistake, right? What am I going to do if I did? Gemini, guys, it's all fine. Chill, deep breath. Grab a cup of coffee, sit down, breathe a sigh of relief, you're fine. You're home free. You haven't been duped. You haven't been scammed in any way. It is real. It's real, Gemini, and you're going to get the go-ahead, I would have thought, in the next few days, although, as always, we will look at timing for you. So, guys, are you ready? Should we jump in? Archangel Michael, why is Gemini sat in the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? Yeah, the Strength card. Bless you. This is you needing the strength, courage and confidence just to hang on in there. Refraining from messaging someone, chasing someone, refraining from picking up the phone maybe, afraid that it was going to be a fake number, so all your fears would be realised. That's why, Gemini, you haven't done much about this except sit and wait. I'm hearing and worry. Sit and wait and worry. Okay. What else is on your mind, Gem? What else is on your mind? Yeah, Four of Pentacles. What you're thinking about is you're holding back. And this is you thinking, okay, if it is fake, this thing, then there's nothing I can do about it. I can possibly recoup the loss financially. Possibly. But you're very worried. You're sitting in the dark. You have no idea what's going on. This is you right now. Feeling depleted, feeling very, very tired, feeling a bit down. Maybe for some of you feeling tearful, on edge, not sleeping. I think this has affected your health, Gem. You were so concerned about this, so stressed about this. The Hermit. Virgo energy. Again, Gemini, a lot of isolation, thinking things through. Have I just been taken advantage of? What a fool. Maybe I should have looked into this a little bit more before I jumped in and took a leap of faith. I should have gone deeper. I should have just double checked that this really was what it said it was. Oh, guys. Super stressed. Yeah, super stressed. This took it out of you mentally, psychologically. I'm almost again sensing somebody may have felt physically unwell, headaches, bit shaky, unable to think about anything else, very, very nervous. Maybe you might even have been quite short with people here, Gem, just because you were on edge. In the past, High Priestess, you went for this. It felt right. And then once you'd put the plan in place or made the payment, you sat back and sort of kept your fingers crossed that you've done the right thing. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, Death card. Hoping that this was going to change everything for you. Hoping, Gemini, that by doing this, it would somehow bring progress into your life. Yeah. There might have been 2 or even 3 people involved. There might have been a team of people or 2 or 3 people that you collaborated with. But Gem, you may have been nervous because this might have all been online. And this is you thinking, oh my God, you know, were they even real? Maybe I should have double checked that they were who they said they were. Maybe I should have double checked that the company actually existed. Maybe I should have tried to find a way of going to the company's offices to see if they were actually there. But you didn't, because you'd already taken that first step and you couldn't go back somehow. You'd signed a document and sent it away, or you'd paid, say, 80% of the money, and you thought, all right, I've just got to sit back and keep my fingers crossed. But Gem, the wait was interminable. The wait was incredibly stressful, Gem. 7 of Cups. Oh my God, did I do the right thing? Maybe I should have chosen another option. Maybe I should have done this another way. Maybe I should have only paid a small amount for this, and then maybe there was a way of paying for the rest of it once I'd actually received it, in case it wasn't real. I mean, I don't know what this was, Jem, but I'm feeling incredibly stressed here, picking up on this energy in the past for you. Yeah. It's as if, what have I just done? What have I just done? 8 of Swords, sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. Yeah. Now, Gem, you're getting to the point where you're about to give up. You're about to ring someone to say, okay, I need legal advice because I think this is all fake. I feel, Gemini, that what you're going to realize is your fears were unfounded. This was genuine. This was real. But just before you receive that phone call, that text message, that document in the post, you're already assuming the worst. Okay, well, I've obviously lost the money. Or, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this. What am I going to do? Already trying to form a plan B in your mind, convinced that this wasn't going to work out. Convinced that this is just not real. What are you thinking about? Yeah, was I a fool? It was risky doing this. Again, you could have bought something very, very expensive online without seeing it in person, right? You didn't have the object in front of you. This could have been you signing documents for something in particular, and this is you wondering whether or not the company was even real. Was this company real? Maybe you paid quite a lot of money for guidance or advice. You could have found a really cheap lawyer online, paid them up front, and this is you thinking, hang on, was that the right thing to do? Were they legitimate? Were they genuine? Were they authentic? I don't know. Already assuming, Gemini, that you've made this massive mistake. Yeah, my beautiful gems. 9 of Swords. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do. This was risky. I shouldn't have done it this way. I shouldn't have pressed send. I shouldn't have paid for this in that way. I should have just hung back. I should have done more research. You're berating yourself, Gem, without even knowing, without hearing anything, Gem. It's as if you convinced yourself that this wasn't real. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, guys. The energy is just super strong. Now, in the immediate future, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, you are almost about to fly off the handle with this person. You are almost about to pick up the phone and seek legal advice to try and get your money back. You're very, very defensive, Gem. This is you opening the door And the poor FedEx guy is sitting there and you're looking at him as if you're going to get a shotgun out. Who are you? Are you real? Are you really from FedEx? I don't know if I believe it. Do you have ID? Gemini, you're in fight or flight. 7 of Wands. Whoever this person, company, association is, seller is, whoever this is, they're basically saying, yeah, sorry we had to wait, Gem. It took a little bit longer than we thought, but we're ready to go now. And you're still not believing it. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles for my Geminis? Thank you, Michael. A weird date. Okay, I'm hearing between the 10th and the 21st of April. So guys, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer, okay? Don't stress. Don't pick up the phone and scream at someone. Don't get a lawyer involved. Don't send a really unpleasant message to this person or company. Just try to relax because it's all going to be fine, okay? Let's have a look at what this person's saying to you. The sun. Yeah, Gemini, you may have organised something at a distance. And this is why you've been nervous. Buying something online because it was from another country. Or this might be you finding a particular company to work with that was much, much cheaper. But again, nowhere near where you live. So you couldn't double check this. What is this person or company saying to you? You're still defensive, Gem. Yeah, sorry it took a little bit longer than we thought. Knight of Pentacles. But it's here. It's made. All the documents have been signed. Thank you so much. Are you ready to receive this? When can we deliver this? We're going to need your signature on the papers once you receive them. You may need to sign for them, Gemini, if this is something to do with documentation. What is this person saying? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Gem. Yeah. I mean, you might have paid a lot of money for this. This is also an item that might have had to have been transported from A to B. I don't know, guys, you may even have bought a fancy car online and you're thinking, wow, was it some kind of fake advert? I don't know, Gem. This is you thinking, oh my God, I've just lost 10 grand or 50 grand. No, Gem, it's being delivered, okay? Again, whatever this is. What are you saying to this person or company? The devil. Gemini, you've been obsessed about this to the point where it's driven you crazy. You've been really, really nervous, really worried. What are you going to say to this company? You may admit, Gemini, at this point, when they tell you that it's actually coming, you may admit that you didn't have a lot of confidence that this was actually real. You may say that. You may say nervously on the phone, okay, it's ready, it's going to be delivered next week. Okay, great. I actually didn't know if it was going to turn up at all. Yeah, 8 of Wands. You may say to this person, I'm sorry, I was assuming that this wasn't actually for real. I was assuming that this wasn't authentic. I'm sorry, but these days you just don't know. I was slightly stressed about this. Understatement, Gem. You haven't been sleeping. You've been feeling depressed. You've been feeling all shaky and nervous. You've been having headaches. Convincing yourself that you've been taken for a ride. No, Gemini. Is this person or company going to say anything? Just that they're sorry it took so long. Page of Cups. I'm sorry it took so long, Gem. I'm sorry, sir. It had to be sent from one department to another department. And then they went on holiday. Yeah, and then we had to chase them. And it was sent to the wrong person. And then they had to redirect it. I mean, whatever this is, Gemini, you've been sort of tearing your hair out thinking that this was never going to actually happen. What is the energy between you two, Gem? Five of Wands. Yeah, I mean, you've been in internal conflict, incredibly worried that somehow this was all fake. This person or company, I think, may have had major issues in sorting this out for you. It may be that if this is an item, they needed to make sure that it went by a reputable carrier. They needed to make sure it was insured, maybe. They needed to maybe double check your address to make sure that it was actually delivered okay. They may have had issues with a carrier saying, oh, sorry, we're not wanting to take responsibility for that. It's too costly. You're going to have to use another carrier. Whatever this is, they have had their own problems, Gem. They've had their own problems, which they have sorted out on your behalf because this is what you wanted. Beautiful. So, guys, this company or person is saying to you, okay, sir, or okay, madam, it's going to be delivered in 3 days. You're thanking them, you're saying to them, oh, okay, I actually didn't know if this was real. I'm really sorry, but, you know, these days I was a bit nervous. But, Gem, even though you're going to say that, even though you're at this point 90% sure that it's all fine, you haven't actually got this in your hands yet, right? You're not staring at it. You haven't been given the envelope. So, but Gemini, Page of Pentacles, it's going to arrive. There's going to be a knock on the door, or there's going to be a phone call, or the courier company is going to send you a message saying, okay, sir, madam, okay, yeah, you're going to need to sign for it. Make sure you're home, please, that sort of thing. So here we have you, Gem. I mean, Page of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm so pleased I've actually got it in my hands. Wow, right? Amazing. Yeah. 6 of Wands. Gemini, victory and success, right? Victory and success after maybe months of waiting. Yes, Gemini, justice. Wow. It could be linked to a legal contract. I don't know, Gem, whether or not you signed on the dotted line for something that had a legal connotation. I don't know, Gem, this could be a leasehold car that you ordered. You signed a contract already. This could be you even moving to a property, Gem. I don't know whether or not you did something crazy, like buy somewhere run down online. You couldn't fly to a different country to see it. You didn't have the time. It was going to be way too expensive. And because it was relatively cheap, you just went for it. And this is you thinking, oh my gosh, okay, it is really happening. Justice. Gemini. 9 of Cups. You're going to be so incredibly happy. You're going to be so incredibly happy, Gems. Yes. People. 3 of Cups. Celebration. Celebration there, Gemini. The Hierophant. Taurian energy. I don't know, you could be ringing a Libra and or a Taurian to give them the good news. The Hierophant is also following a traditional process. Gem, you had to wait, maybe follow guidelines, fill in different forms of paperwork for this. And this is you realizing that it's yours now. This is you realizing, Gemini, that it's arrived. It's here. It's in your hands. Okay? Magician, you have manifested this. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Page of Wands. Really good news. You may be sitting on your sofa thinking, I can't quite believe it. You may be wanting to call various people. You never believe it. You know that I told you I thought this was all fake. You know I told you that I'd probably been scammed. No, this is real. I've got it in my hands. I'm looking at it. It's gorgeous. I've got the papers. Wow. Gemini, you're over the moon. You are over the moon. the Star. Aquarian energy. This is you looking at some kind of wish fulfilled. Whatever this is, even if it's just documents, Gemini, this may mean that another door opens for you and you have been hoping and praying for this. So guys, when you're sitting feeling all up in your head, all screwed up, stressed out, try to relax, because if you resonate with this reading, this is really good news coming in, Gemini. It may not be until the beginning of April, but it is on its way, okay? You're going to be absolutely fine. And more than that, Gem, you're going to be celebrating, okay? So guys, I am leaving it there. Please let me know if this is your story. Please let me know if this resonates. Take care of yourselves, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.